Hello, you're tuned into daily coronavirus updates. Today is the 23rd of April and you're watching The Wire. The total number of people infected with the novel coronavirus in India has reached 21,700. 4,324 people have recovered and 686 have died as of Thursday. According to government's daily press briefing, in the last 14 days, no new cases were reported from 78 districts in the country. In the briefing, C.K. Mishra, the chairman of an empowered group that has been formed to discuss issues related to the lockdown, said that between the 23rd of March and 23rd of April, India conducted 5 lakh tests. He said that India's growth has been linear, unlike exponential growth in countries like the United States and Italy. Maharashtra continues to remain the hardest hit state in India. An interministerial central team told the state authorities and Maharashtra that the state needs more institutional quarantine facilities and a ramp up of its contact tracing program in slum pockets to contain the spread of the coronavirus. The team headed by Manoj Joshi instructed officials to augment quarantine facilities in dense slum pockets. Gujarat is one of the states which has recorded high mortality due to COVID-19. On Wednesday, coronavirus cases in Uttar Pradesh reached 1,449. To control the increasing spread of the virus, the state government intensified pool testing in containment zones and hotspot areas. The UP government extended its pool testing in districts of Jhansi and Prayagraj, even though Jhansi has not reported a single case and Prayagraj has been declared corona-free. According to an official data on COVID-19 deaths in hospitals across England, people of Indian origin in the United Kingdom have emerged as among the worst affected minority group in the coronavirus pandemic. The National Health Service released figures this week that show that of the 13,918 patients who died in hospitals till the 17th of April, 16.2% were of Black, Asian, and minority ethnic background. Those identifying with Indian ethnicity made up 3% of that, followed by people from Pakistan, which made up 2.1%. UK's Health Minister Matt Hancock has said that a much higher proportion of deaths from minority backgrounds in the United Kingdom is worrying. Similar reports emerged from United States, where the maximum number of deaths that were reported were of the Black American community. One of the reasons attributed for this was a higher presence of comorbidities like obesity, diabetes, and cancer among the African Americans. After a 57-year-old trader from North Delhi's Azadpur Mandi died of the viral infection, health authorities in Delhi today tested 17 high-risk contacts of the person for the virus. According to an official, these contacts include 16 people who worked with the trader and his nephew who lived with him. Azadpur Mandi is Asia's largest wholesale vegetable and fruit market. Earlier this week, the Delhi government decided to allow the Azadpur Mandi to operate round the clock, a move which was aimed at providing relief to farmers and traders amid the lockdown. But now the market operates only within fixed timings. China has agreed to donate an additional $30 million to the World Health Organization to support the global fight against COVID-19. The Chinese Foreign Ministry spokeswoman on Thursday said that the donation was aimed in particular at strengthening developing countries' health systems and added that China had already donated $20 million to the WHO in March. This comes weeks after United States President Donald Trump halted US funding to the World Health Organization after he accused the WHO for inaction over the pandemic. Vietnam has reported no new positive cases in over a week. No provinces in Vietnam are now seen as highly prone to the pandemic, and the country is also thinking of easing lockdown restrictions soon. Despite being a less wealthy nation than other places seen as relatively successful, such as South Korea and Taiwan, Vietnam is being applauded for its efforts in controlling the spread of the virus. Reportedly, Vietnam has used a combination of mass quarantine of tens and thousands of people, contact tracing, and testing to successfully contain relatively small clusters of COVID-19 outbreaks. 4 more tigers and 3 lions at the Bronx Zoo in New York have tested positive for coronavirus. This comes nearly 3 weeks after one tiger at the zoo was confirmed to have the virus and 6 other cats were said to be exhibiting symptoms. In addition to this, 2 pet cats in New York also tested positive, making the first confirmed cases in companion animals in the United States. The cats had mild respiratory illnesses and are expected to recover. It is being reported that the cats contracted the virus from people in their households or neighborhoods. That's all for today. Thank you for tuning in. Keep reading The Wire and The Wire Science. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, stay safe.